Test. Oh, I didn't test the audio before we went live. Okay. We're good. It's showing up. Oh, goodness. Oh, my camera's not on. Whoops, hold on. Let me turn it on and off again. Beep, bop. Alright. Hey, it's me. Turn up light. Yeah, you might have noticed that I'm starting very late. 36 minutes. I was doing my usual monthly trip to Cary. Went thrifting for the first time, just on my own. Pretty cool. I can see why people are into it. Trying to get stuff that is like a little bit more stylish than I normally do. Basically, my usual setup is just black or blue jeans and then a graphic T-shirt, which is fine. I go for like some really nice T-shirts. I really like the T-shirts that I have. I have a good selection of shirts. But basically, I was just looking into like maybe some nicer jackets, maybe some nicer like button-up shirts that can go with the graphic tees. And then really my goal was some like more special pants. Like I was just going for like different colors, like red, green, white. I only found the last two. I haven't found any red pants, which was disappointing because I went to like 2 or 3 different thrift stores in Cary. And Cary's pretty decently sized, so I assumed they would have like, you know, an overwhelming like. Let me turn that down. All right. Microphone, camera, fan, so I don't boil in my seat. I just need to declutter some stuff over here. Oh, while I'm doing some decluttering, you can see that over there that I have my post that I just made on Instagram. I named it Angels Above Us. Just some kind of general sci-fi stuff. I needed something to work on, something to keep me busy. And I decided doing something cyber themed. I was specifically going for a style kind of like the guy who did the Blame manga series, if anybody knows that. I was also kind of looking at some Alita Battle Angel stuff as far as like the girl, because I just love Alita. Like her design is just, it's great. It's a great design. It's very silly. It's very fun. And then the other guy, the Blame artist, has like these really like grisly and grim designs as far as his like characters, as well as his specifically the environments. The environments are really just like, they're very thin, scratchy lines. They're very huge, massive pillars, walls, bridges that look like they would break in if you like one foot stepped onto them. So yeah, I was going for like a lot of that. Basically the idea of this piece is that it's just some girl. It's like human batteries, basically. They're like hooked up into the grid. Some people are just, you know, all they're good for is as a power source. So they're just hooked up. And then they have like these little crowns, so it looks like halos. And then like from the ground, you can see just like a whole bunch of halos above you. And, you know, it's supposed to be like the halos or the angel system. So, you know, like they're all supposed to be like angels. And anyways, that's the idea. I didn't do too much thinking into it. You know, I wasn't making like some complex society. This was very much just like something to work on. Just, you know, something to keep myself. I like it though. Like I had a lot of fun doing it. Especially like working with black and white. I usually don't do black and white. I probably could have kept it just black and white and not have put the halo on, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good. Yeah. So that's that one. Let me go ahead and close that and open up Talib. I still haven't worked on my my other side piece. The digital side pieces usually take me a long time to get done because like finding the time for it. I've been trying to 100% one LA Noire, and I'm very close to 100%ing. I'm literally 2 achievements away. 2. We're getting there. Sorry, I'm trying to gather myself real quick. Trying to remember what my plans are, if I'm missing anything. Got the music. Got my art tools. No, I'm good. Wait. It's kind of hot in my room. I think that's why I'm like so disoriented, because like it's kind of steamy in my room, and there's really no reason. Okay, hold on. Let me just throw this blanket away because I'm trying to come spot for it. Okay, look. Nobody look at my bed. It's all just sheets all over the place. Okay, everything looks good. Had some good food. Oh, that was the main reason I was so slow to be here. I had some food. I got here at like 6. I wanted to enjoy my food and not rush through it. Then I also had some clothes that I had bought from the thrift store, and I just wanted to just look at those for a little while. Just, look at the spoils of my shopping trip. But now we're here. So let's pull up the notes. Obviously, I got the all these layers organized, everything ready. So we're gonna have to finish the sketch lines, start doing the line art for the main character, Talib. Do the flats, do the background, render, lighting, final touches. That's my order. The only thing different in my process that I think I'm gonna change up is that the flats are all gonna be done on one layer instead of separating them out from different sections. Like I had a whole bunch of different sections. And then last time I didn't put like background on any of my to-do lists until like maybe around the middle. But this time, from the very start, I know I'm going to do the flats for the character, then do the background, and then render out his shadows, and then get to the lighting. I'm not meaning to hit that button. Okay. So, this is that. Take those away. So originally this is what he looked like, kind of goofy, but we're good. This one is much better. I think it's much more accurate to how I like to draw his face. It's like the right balance of like sinister, but not like aggressive. He's not like snarling or anything like that. He's very seductive. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's just keep working on him. I think I was like just finishing up his pose, but let me also get some of his hair, some of this fixed up too. Oh, I should have fixed the overlay from last time, and I had no idea that I had like something like on the overlay the entire time. I don't remember what happened. I was just trying to make it so like I think I fixed it now, so let's check it out. So yeah, so you see that little window that just popped up. Previously you wouldn't have been able to see it. I did set it up so it would do that before, but whenever I closed it, it would stay on the screen. It would just be like a little copy of the original of whatever I have on display. But now it should be fixed. So basically I just had to pre-prepare all the different windows that I usually use, and I only use like 3 or 4 windows. So the only issue is if I right click, you won't be able to see the mini menu that pops up. And then if I do anything like saving the files or opening a file, you won't be able to see what files I'm looking at, which I mean is probably for the best. You don't worry about my files. Y'all are going to be like, what is the puppies folder? And you don't need to know. That's for me. Anyways, that's why am I on the wrong list? So his hair definitely covers his ears. There should be almost like none of his ears showing, to be honest. I always struggle with that because like usually I want to give like a character earrings, like myself, which is so I go a little overboard and give everybody pronounced ears that go over their hair somehow. But I forget, like if you have like any length of hair, you probably have hair covering your ears. Usually only like the lobes will peek out. Let me see if I can check my character. Yeah, like just like that. You can see that, especially his right ear is completely covered in this pose. And only his left ear, you can see just like the tiniest little bit of his lobe. So yeah. Sometimes whenever I get like really invested in like drawing out like his hand or really invested in drawing out his muscles, I'll like be really resistant to taking it away. Oh, I'm very sleepy. That's not good. I have some coffee here, but I don't know if it's gonna keep me up. So yeah, let's try to get through this. At the very least, finish the sketch. I want at least a morsel of progress on this. I don't know if there was anything in the sketch that I needed to finish particularly. I remember that I kind of felt comfortable to finish, to go ahead with the sketch part of the drawing. I just realized he has no collar for his overcoat. I think it's a leather jacket. I actually haven't really considered it. I think whenever I have like this very simple collar, that usually is my way of just like telling myself it's a leather jacket. Although I've seen jackets that have this type of collar, and you know they're like denim, they're cloth. So who knows what he has? Let me see. Yeah, the way I colored it here, you can see like some shine on it, some sheen on it. I was still really early into using markers, so I think I could have done a better job of doing it. But you know, that was like at least like a year or two ago. It's crazy that it's already been like a year or two since I've drawn these. But I guess it shouldn't be that surprising with how slow I go. No. The last one was very slow as well. The actual drawing of Monica. It is also done really well. Like as far as like the amount of people that saw it and really liked it as on Instagram. Like I got a lot of people that weren't my usual followers liking that one. Hold on, I'm getting off track. And he has like those lapels that go like right over the midsection. I think, is this too low? Then maybe we should have it like that. These are just decorative. They're not meant to close, really. Maybe we can fold these over like this. Try not to zoom in too much. His fingers don't look very natural here. Around there. I'm kind of like filling it in to tell myself that it's kind of like shadow because that arm is going back. And then the forearm goes back towards the camera. I think this should be more like this. There might be a little bit. Could probably dial it back just. I think it's trying a little harder to go for the hood shape that I wanted. Then we got plenty of strands since his hair is so wild. And I do think his neck still looks really thick. It's like really prominent for like no reason. Trying to pay attention to his proportions. Something about it seems kind of off. But I can't tell exactly what, like if the head's too small, if the legs are too wide. He probably does have some wide legs. They're not crazy wide, but you know, a little wide. He's for sure wearing slim fit jeans. He would have muscular legs, but not like crazy. He was from the 1800s, so you know, they're basically all starving. This is like the Dark Ages. I'm intentionally being wrong. That is nowhere near the Dark Ages, but you know. Also, he's French. I cannot abide such a thing. Maybe his shoulders are a little bit too tight. Maybe that's what the issue is. I think because of like how hard it is to get the pose right for him, having his like arms, you know, kind of like perched back behind him without making his arms look really tiny or too close to his chest. Or shoulders is what I meant, too close to his shoulders, which it looks like I ended up doing anyways. So let's try keeping them low. The shoulders like real low. Oh, it might also be because I made him really like muscled up. And then like I couldn't dial it back. His arm definitely looks a little bit too skinny. Maybe his jacket should be lifted here. Yeah, I think it's still definitely too early to start the inking because like I'm noticing that like a lot of this, it's like just like looking slightly awkward. I think some of the body parts aren't angled correctly. Like the way that some lines are facing the camera kind of make it look like he's almost hunched over but also hunched back in some areas. So like it's clashing together, so he looks just awkward. Maybe it'll help if I do a little sketch. Hold on. Maybe get a like really bright color. Something brighter. Yeah, let's go with this one. I'm gonna grab a thicker brush. So here's his head. His head is a little up, chin's a little up. Kind of like, you know, like, hey, you know, like, you know, I don't know if there's a word for it, but like some people like always nod. I'm one of those people. I'm people that nod every time I walk by somebody. Sometimes even when I shouldn't, and it gets really awkward because I'll just like look at somebody I don't know and just be like, and like it's so instinctive. Like I'll do it at somebody I've never seen before, somebody I've never met before, will never see again in my life, and I'll still do this. I think it almost looks like I'm trying to not look at their eyes, which I kind of am in a little bit. I'm not that scared of looking at people in the eye. But like sometimes I'll just do like this, and I'll do it like so tiny, it almost looks like I was intentionally avoiding their eyes. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. So his pose would be a little bit like this. Neck, back, chest, abdomen. He's kind of leaning forward. Maybe that's what I'm missing. He should be like leaning back like this. And then maybe one leg's like this. This should be his pose. I'm gonna put you all the way to the top so you're not getting lost in any of the other layers. I'm gonna make you really bright. Yeah, that's good. No. Let's just make him normal. Erase. Yeah, that works actually. A little bit too well. Color dodge. There we go. Very bright. So yeah, that should be his pose. And you can tell, I think you can tell like his shoulders are a little bit forward, even though they're supposed to be back. His chest is a little forward, even though he should be back. His crotch is kind of, or pelvis, I don't know why I said crotch. Specifically, his crotch should be like above his head. And then the pelvis should be all the way, you know, where it belongs, on the hip. I think it might be facing the right way. I think it might just need to be a little bit more extreme. So like the line, the V, where his penis is, instead of being like a U, it should be like almost like a straight line, because we're looking at it almost from below. No. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. So let's see if I can draw this from the front using the exact same like pose. Let's do it over here. So head, neck, shoulders. And how do I draw him from the front? I think maybe instead of being like a triangle shaped body like he is, he should be more of a like square, and even like getting bigger the other way. Maybe like this. I wonder if I can just grab him viciously and just like push him back. I don't know why it's not doing it straight. It's like curving while I do it. It's a little bit too extreme. But again, that brings up the issue of like, I want him to be the focus. I mean, like, how big should he be on the entire canvas? Yeah, I'm starting to go back to this. I think I kept making him smaller, and now I'm going right back to making him bigger. I'm gonna keep changing my mind like every 5 seconds. I'm probably gonna have to reorganize some of the crowd in order to make it fit a little better. But I think I'm gonna keep it like this. And then as far as like his chest area, we're gonna pencil eraser set that up. We're gonna make it shaped like that's not the right color. Hello. Nice to see you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I'm working on a character as far a part of my Vampire the Masquerade series named Talib. Hold on, let me get that out of the way. This is the character. I'm basically just doing a picture that kind of shows him in like a natural environment. He usually picks up people at clubs and like bars. So I'm kind of just drawing him at a bar, looking all nice and normal. And then I'm gonna try to make it so that the coloring makes him look a little bit more sinister, a little bit more evil. So we'll see how well I do at that. I'm trying to make sure that like all of these vampires that I'm doing keep that like dark mood, and I've been a little off on that. I've some of them have like really bright color palettes, and I think I need to do a better job. All right, I'm still having issues trying to get like the shape of the character right too. Ooh. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. I think I just need to tweak like some of his body a bit. Hold on. There you go. Like I think his chest needs to be a little bit flatter. You should be seeing more of it at the bottom of his chest. Kind of like that. Oh, my brush is really tiny. Oh, that's cool. I haven't done an acrylic painting in so long. Like, I think I've done one in like years. Which is weird because like acrylic is actually like kind of one of the more standard mediums. I don't know why, but like I've always been into, as far as like painting traditionally, I've always been to acrylic. Sorry, watercolor. Wow, I messed that up already. Even though like watercolor usually is like the more difficult medium for people. And I think that's exactly the reason I chose to use it. Is because like it made me mad, so I took it as a challenge. Oh. How does that affect your coloring? Like, is it a complete color blindness or is it more of like partial color blindness? You're just fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Hopefully that won't be an issue with mine. I do know that there's some browns and purples. And right now I'm using like a reddish brown color. This is the palette I plan on everything being here. But we won't be working on the colors for a little while anyway, so I still gotta get all the lines ready. Oh, so just most colors end up looking very similar to you. Not just the reds and the browns. Oh, the red that I'm using is like a very dark red, so like it is almost like a brown. That's really interesting. I think to a degree, like the colors can be like very subjective, anyways. So I would be interested in seeing how like if you just like were free to use whatever colors you wanted without like know what colors you were using. I'm wondering like if you could still make something like really like trippy and creative with that. Almost like if almost like if you were like to get a bunch of paints, make them all white so you didn't know which one you were using, and just like go off and make a painting and then see what it ends up looking like by the end of it. That would be very interesting. Yeah, you kind of can't tell like how it's gonna look until you see other people's reactions. Or well, you know how like the structure looks. You bet like the colors, how the colors are gonna come off to people. Like if their eyes get wide and their mouth drops, you don't know what to think until they say something. Just a big gasp, and you're like, I hope that's a good reaction. No, I'd appreciate it. Just have some people over to chill. I like hanging out and just being able to ramble on about whatever I'm working on. But yeah, I'm trying to get the mood just right for this character. Thankfully, I managed to do the face pretty well. I didn't have too much trouble with getting like his expression, the look. I don't know what other word to use other than expression. But he's got like the right amount of just like could be very dangerous, but also could be very friendly. Just like depending on their mood. Like if they look downwards at you, maybe it's a little aggressive. But if he looks up at you, he looks a lot more calm. But yeah, I would imagine that can be like really stressful, not knowing how the colors are going to look to other people until they see it. Yeah, it's good. I like being able to meet people here. Most people on Twitch that I've seen have been really nice about my art. That's why I came over. Like I saw that there was like an art section on Twitch. I was just like, you know what? That actually sounds like a really fun way to spend a night. Just listening to music. Everybody working on their individual projects. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm just continuing to work on my vampire that I started last week. Just trying really hard to get the pose and everything right. Hey there, welcome. Oh, I still actually use watercolors all the time. It's very much like my comfort medium, because like I spent so long trying to get like a hang on it, because it's so annoying. It was one of the only mediums that like I ever like threw my tools and just like freaked out and started having like a meltdown. I was just like, nothing's working. All the water is just like running all over the place. But eventually I got like a really good hang of watercolors. Hello, thanks everybody for being able to show support. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are and like what I'm working on. Yeah, I'm a big fan of a lot of mediums, really. Inks and watercolors are just really handy for me. And I think the biggest issue is just like with like acrylics and stuff like that is that they can dry out, and that's always really disappointing. But then watercolor, you can like activate, you know, whenever you need them. They can dry out too, but you can still like activate them at least a little bit. You can like take care of them to make them last a little longer. Maybe if I was a little bit more abstract and or like splatter artist, maybe I'd be able to get used to use all those paints that I store up. Yeah, and especially like the way that I use watercolors. Like I think I need more practice doing more like traditional watercolors. But like the way that I use watercolors is almost like I use like straight from the palette, and it's like super saturated colors. So instead of these like really calm, gentle gradients between colors, I'm just like, you know, putting as much color and packing in as much color and as little as water as possible. So it almost ends up looking like a normal painting. Like my watercolor paintings, you almost wouldn't be able to tell that they are watercolor. Let's see. I wonder if I can show off like a watercolor that I did. It's been a little while though. Let me do one of my best ones. Here it is. Oil paint either, but those look so great. So here's one that I did. I don't even remember. There should be a date somewhere on here. Nah, that's all right. But this is a watercolor painting that I worked on. It was for like an art contest. I didn't even come remotely close to winning, but it was at least fun to participate. And you can see my links below. There's a video on my YouTube channel where you can see me like doing the process because I recorded myself painting it. But yeah, it was just something that came to my mind. Just skulls, flowers, and then it was the first time I tried doing this like black with color gradients, just letting them bleed into each other. I really appreciate it. I don't know how the colors are showing off to you, but I hope I have a lot of fun working with watercolors. It's a very messy medium, and I think that works really well for me because I'm kind of like a caveman with the brush. But yeah, this is one of my better watercolor paintings that I've worked on. Let me see. And I also have... I've also got this guy here. This is another one that I worked on. Yeah, it's a lot of blue on that this one earlier, but this one's got a lot of blue, a lot of red, a lot of green. Yeah, this was just a really fun one to work on. I don't really know if I thought of any story. It was just mainly just me having fun with random designs, random characters. I don't know. I had a lot of fun. Watercolor is just, it's great. I love it. But yeah, digital is one that I'm still getting the hang of. I love the flexibility of not watercolor, digital. But oil always looks fun, like another one that I need to try. I wish I could do a lot more painting than I do. But I think what it is that like it's hard to decide which piece is going to be like good enough to do a painting of instead of just like a regular coloring pencil and marker sketch. It's like I have to know in advance which one's going to be worthy. Hmm. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and check that out after the stream. Let me see. This is such a hard line to get. Trying to see if like the shape, if his torso is too short, if it's too long. Like, where's a good point to push everything? Let's clear out this entire area. Sorry, I need to stop flipping it. I'm just trying to make sure everything looks good and balanced. He's leaning one direction a little bit more, but I think it's just because the glasses makes the glass makes it so you can't see his other shoulder. A little lower on this one. Sounds like a good good place. I'll go and check it out. Let's see. Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it. Thanks for staying for a chat. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. We'll see if I can I'll get this guy finished, and I'll check you guys out after the stream. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that. It might be a little while before I finish this guy, but he'll eventually come out how I hope he does. Hope that made any sense. He'll be finished eventually. I'll get to him. I don't know why I keep making his hair look round. It should be curly. Alright, enough of that. I keep messing with the hair. Alright. Trying to see what feels off about him. Hold on. I'm gonna make a copy of this and then see if I can work out the body without the clothes. You'll be saying... See, maybe this will help me figure out what's going on with his body. Oh, I think I'm already seeing something that's off. His shoulders are like bunched up here. Okay, that's basically what his body looks like right now. So let's see if we can fix this up. So first, I definitely want to like make his shoulder, his trapezes like way smaller. I have a bad habit of making the trapezes huge. Which, I mean, can work if they're like leaning back, if their head is like hunched over like this. But that's not exactly what I'm going for. His head should be more leaned back. No. So then from here, let's try to keep the shoulders like just as wide, so... Oh, and maybe I need to move the chest along. Let me see. So if this arm's gonna be going back, so his like left chest, there's a word for it. Left deltoid, there we go. No, I think it is the deltoid. So it should be like pulling back that way. And then the other one's going to be lifting upwards, so should be able to see underneath the deltoid a lot more. So the shoulder should be a little lifted compared to the other one. And I'm trying to get this right. Maybe this shoulder needs to drop a little bit more. Like, and the other one, something like this. And then the back. There we go. The first like ridge of the chest muscles, the abdomen muscles, what are they called? The abs. I mean, this is more like the rib there. His body shouldn't be twisting too much though, because he's kind of just staring straight. He's not like twisting like this. It's just so the back muscle would be a little bit more prominent here. Oh well, hold on. I'm exaggerating too much. It'd be like right here. Okay, so maybe that's one of the issues I'm having. So I think the shoulder would be lifted a little bit, but the chest muscle would actually just be almost flat. Maybe just like a little strain on the muscle. Something like that. Okay. Let me lower it just a little bit. It should be higher, but not by too much. Belly button should be around there. Then if one leg is going to be higher, this one should be a little bit like this. And then the other one should be like leaning back. And maybe some lines that follow that too. There we go. My eyes are already so tired. And we're only like an hour in. All right, let's see. Let's see. How are we doing? Nothing too different. I think hips. Yeah, the hips are definitely gonna need to get higher. That might be the only issue. I'm not going great, right? Like it should be higher. Because this looks perfectly fine to me. His head is a little bit too big again. Way too small. Way too small. I want Hassan and Abi sized head for a little while. And just move that into place. Why does it keep locking? Stop doing that. Somewhere like right there. Yeah, I think that helps. I think just putting the pelvis a little higher and then making the head a little smaller, and especially making the shoulders a little bit less prominent. And trapezes specifically. Sorry, one second. Sorry, my brother's just a ton of memes. So let's see if I can fix that on this sketch. Go away. No, let me do this backwards. That at 100%, then you at 30. No, it's on the wrong layer. Come on. There we go. Then I need to do the other side too. Then just completely redo the pants here. Okay, let me see. Maybe you should relax this back muscle. Make him look a little bit more thin. Muscular but thin. I don't want him to accidentally give off the wrong physique. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to check to make sure the chest and shoulders aren't too extremely wide. Let me look at this for a second. See if I can pull up some references real quick on my phone, just to like look over. I have a lot of anatomy references. Basically, anytime I'm on like any kind of website that has art, I'm saving photos. Like, kind of like Pinterest, although I've never been a Pinterest guy. Trying to look for somebody muscular but not like huge, because I have a lot of like really huge bulky drawings of like the Hulk, like, you know. And I'm not going for a Hulk physique, I'm going for maybe like a little Superman physique. Not Superman, but you know. It might sound a little silly, but some people draw him a little bit more slender, some people draw him a little bit more, you know, gigantic muscled, like, you know, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Like, he's just like, you know, bulky, nothing but like round shapes. While more modern interpretations, you usually have him a little bit between like an Arnold Schwarzenegger and I guess like an average man, like somewhere in between that. You know, like muscular, wide, but not like gigantic Conan the Barbarian muscles. Although definitely depends on the style. There are a lot of people that still draw him that way. And then Alex Ross also has like a very barrel-chested version of him. So you see him more often really bulky. But there are times where he's a little bit more slender. Like again, Frank Miller, he did the like origin, I think like an origin story for Superman, and he's a lot more slender in that. I really think it might just be this hand flexing upward that's like confusing everything. Ooh, this is looking really good now. It really was the hand, wasn't it? That was like tripping me up on the visuals. Is the pelvis still too long or short? Alright, working on this a little bit, shaping this out. There we go. Kind of like that. Yes, I know this looks weird. Give me a second. Completely correct there. Give him the Bernie Sanders little... I love Bernie Sanders, but you know, he's also old, so it's kind of fun to make fun of him a little bit for that. A little raz here and there. No, there's like no difference in that. I mean, his neck is definitely shorter here, but it's not. He doesn't look like he has a freakishly tall neck or anything. It's like deselect. Okay. Okay, now let's do this one more time. I swear, eventually I'll be finished with the sketch. We're almost gonna be at 2 hours of just sketching. Oh, great, my pencil. My phone's in the way. Okay, let me see if I can shrink the head just a bit. If I can get it at least close to where the other one is. And this time I'm going to trim the actual head out instead of the neck. Let's start that again. Try to follow like the line. There we go. select, deselect, then just shrink them. Just shrink them. Just shrink them. There you go. Just a touch. I just want like a hair smaller, fit with the proportions of his head, of his neck. Sorry, of the rest of his body. See if we can fix the neck now. Oh, merge them. And then we can work on it. Here. We'll fix that later in the close. Ooh, that scared the crap out of me. I almost knocked my coffee over. Not for the mess, but for missing my coffee. Losing out on it. Let me check the reference sheet again. Okay, yeah, it ends at about like the mid of the hips. Around halfway through the pelvis. Okay. You don't tuck in a vest, do you? How does that look? Oh, his vest doesn't get in. Okay, never mind. I was drawing a belt over it. I assumed that it went over for some reason. Or it went underneath. Yeah, he's the type of person who wears a vest, so what are you gonna do about it? Wait, technically, wouldn't his pants go like all the way to his belly button? No, no. We're good, we're good, we're good. I'd probably go a little higher than the waistline, but not that much. All right, let me turn off the anatomy underneath and see how we're doing. That's the wrong one. Could probably thin out the left arm a little. The left forearm is a little wide. Think maybe the head could be a little smaller. I think the pose is a little different than what I marked out. Let me see if I can show you what I think he looks like. Okay. So I think his pose is a little bit more like this. From the side. So instead of him leaning back really far, being super chill, he's a little bit more upright. You know, he's not leaning aggressive leaning, but he's still pretty much in the same pose, which makes sense because in the other early one, his arm would have to be all the way back. But in this one, you can kind of see that it's kind of just like barely touching something in the back. Honestly, it probably wouldn't be super comfortable because you'd have like your funny bone just like leaning on some hard wood. You know, you could probably keep that pose for a little while. You know, just a... Did I finish my coffee? I did not. Good. So this is fine. I think this is a good pose. Then we can see from the lines that I did, the anatomy that I did underneath. I worked this out pretty like this is. I don't think there's any like super significant flaws. I think maybe the shoulder muscle. I forgot what that's called. I think that digging a little deep on the right side, but that's fine. That's not the biggest thing in the world. And it's covered up by the glass anyways. And then obviously the armpit would probably push out a little bit from underneath since you're just lifting his arm. But it's a small detail. Maybe his hips are a little bit too much, aren't centered right, but not significantly again. Oh, you can actually see whenever you flip it, like his weight is really on that back leg, which is exactly how it's supposed to be. Like his that leg is very centered, and then it would eventually creep out. It's even more towards the center, or maybe you wouldn't. Maybe that would push out. The lower leg would push out, but who knows? We're not worried about what it's doing underneath there. That's underneath the camera. Underneath the camera doesn't matter. And let's see with the lines. See if this makes me balance his head a little bit better. Oh yeah, I can see where his jawline definitely isn't lined up. I wonder if I can just like cut his head off in the drawing's head off. Let me lock the guides. See if all I need to do is just like tilt it just a hint. Tilt around that. In order to get the jaw right, I'd have to tilt it like that much, but so we're just gonna have to fix the jaw period. But to get everything else a little bit lined up better. There we go. I think that's almost perfect. Let me see if I can zoom out for that. Oh yeah, that's way better. As far as being lined up, I still need to fix the jaw. Then there's not really too much I can do with the hair because the hair is gonna be so crazy anyways. I might need to actually do the hair next because that is probably something I shouldn't just leave to the next iteration, the line art phase. Just probably have like at least a little bit worked out ahead of time. Oh, I'm shrinking the head a little bit. Did I not shrink it at all? It seems like I did shrink his head, but it's not showing up as like one of the steps. It's almost like I didn't do anything. That I definitely did, but it's still not showing up. I guess they don't consider it that big of a difference, but I do. I can see it. I can see it, and that's what's important. Select, deselect. Try to balance it a little bit straighter. Let me just get like a line like right halfway through in between. Unlock the guides. That's exactly halfway. So make sure the middle lines up. Or try to get the middles to line up. Okay, and then we're gonna try to get this jaw balanced. What the? Forgot I had completely the wrong color. Oh yeah, that's near perfect now. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to clap. Or well, I meant to clap, just not that loud. All right, time for the hard part. Time to do the hair. His hair is basically like the main show. I'm gonna keep his reference up so we can really like try to get that the shape of the curls and everything right.
What you think of that?
I'm actually gonna do it on like another layer. Don't ask me why, because I barely know why I'm going to. I'm gonna turn it down to like a 10. All right, so he's definitely the left side of his head, kind of like me. Oh, I remember, he has like one bang that goes around his nose. Trying to make it sharp. So it looks like he has like really strong curls. There we go. I'm getting there. I'm getting like into the rhythm of the hair. It's supposed to be an eraser. Oops. I want it to be a little bit pointier that way. I wonder if I can just use like a... Let me see. Digital tools are so cool. Yeah, actually, that's literally all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make it a little bit pointier, without having to like redo any of the lines, or make up another curl. Like I was starting to make up some that wasn't on the original. I'm kind of following like the lines exactly, but I really don't need. I'm exaggerating them a little bit more, making some of them a little bit sharper. Because like I said, I think his specific hair texture I want to be like a very strong curl, like not necessarily like I wanted to say Dolly, not Dolly Parton. Isn't there? Is it? Or it might be like a Susie doll. No, these are crazy looking. Yep, these are creepy. Maybe Susie? Z-I-E? Nope. Hold on, one second. I don't know why I need to look this up. Let me look at dolls. Famous dolls. Toys, not celebrity dolls. It's like a really old school one, like from the 60s. That like was all over the place. They had like this not a maid outfit, but it's like a cottagecore. Raggedy Ann doll. That's what I was thinking, but I thought she had curly hair. Oh, some of these have like curly hair. Ooh, some of these are really creepy. Why won't it let me copy this picture? That's terrifying. Why won't it let me copy it? Oh, thank you, Facebook, for sending me to facebook.com. I definitely wanted that. Yes. Shut up. Want to copy a picture? Just get a picture. Kind of like that. Like this is what I don't want. Like this is a little bit curlier than I'm going for. Maybe a loose afro. Hold on, let me see. Like this. There we go. Although this one might be a wig. Like this hair texture. Like it's very loose. It's very all over the place. You could definitely tell like some of them were like forced curls where you know like it's rolled up around like a object. I don't know what they roll it around. A little bit of that. Maybe you could try to like introduce some of those like coils. I think coil is the right word for that. Try to reach like the same like try to reach like the same points and heights on each side so it looks a little even. It's like really all over the place, but I still want them to be semi-even. Maybe a little bit longer on one side to get like a funny look. Let me not actually make them longer on one side. That's the wrong brush. But it is cool that I can do that. Make sure it reaches like the other side. Oh, that's a little far. Maybe here. There we go. I think that's a little bit more even. Make sure this goes like here. I'm almost tracing like my own drawing or freehand tracing. I do that really well. I know growing up, like I was like I had a light box in order to trace very well. But I always liked to freehand. I don't know if it was the challenge or if it was just like me being stubborn to like pull out the light box. But like I started learning a lot of techniques in order to like visually compare sizes to each other. So at first I would like literally physically have to like use my fingers to like grab this and then, you know, kind of like lock that in place and then just start comparing it to everything else. Like this is 5 of those lengths. And then I would get like, okay, so this side of this object is 5 times as long as this side of the object. And I would do that for a long time. And then visually I started learning how to do that just by sight, where I could compare like the size of one thing in the picture to the size of another thing in the picture. And sometimes it would be like, I would get like something all the way at the bottom corner of a page and then compare that to something all the way on the other side of the page, unrelated to it. But you know, like because I like have like a visual, I visually like lock in that distance. Sometimes I still use my fingers, sometimes I don't have to. I think I've even done that here. Like I remember like I was pulling up like a paper up here. just to like get like a general size. That doesn't work very well because, you know, you changing your head or the hands like even slightly will completely create a different size. I wonder how everybody else does that, if they're able to do that as well, or if they struggle, why they struggle, or why they think they struggle. Because that's always just something I've done. I think like most artists start out by tracing stuff. For me, it was Dragon Ball Z. You know, like I still consider myself at least a Dragon Ball Z fan, because I mean, the Majin Buu arc, I mean, the Cell arc, don't even get me started about that Cell arc. And I mean, I've watched like the Raditz like arc like 5 or 6 times. I remember when I was young, or maybe it felt like that because I would replay it in my head. Then I played the Budokai games, and those were just oh my goodness, I'm getting nostalgic already. But yeah, that's how I got started. That wasn't the first drawing I did, but that's how I got started, like developing my style and like some of the techniques. But by then I was already doing like art on my own, and I might have mentioned this before in another stream, but like my first drawings were literally just stick figures, and then like my main guy that I would draw over and over again was a stick figure. Get this, with a hat. Crazy. There's nothing as iconic as that. I'm gonna open this candy bag real quick because I feel like snacking on some. Maybe a little bit more sugar will wake me up. That's dangerously sugary. Like that is gonna actively rot my teeth as I speak. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that works. I don't know if I need to get like every single detail of the hair, but at least like around the edges and some of the more prominent areas like the bangs. Where's his ears? Here it is. Let me do that away from the microphone now that I think about it. Wait, this ear is way lower. Higher. I meant, wow, I'm mixing up. Alright, that's enough candy. That's gonna distract me too much. Let me turn off the guide. Well, most of them. Hold on. Oh, let me zoom out so I can really take them off playing field. Take that. Let me compare these two real quick. I think it pushes out much farther to the right. A little low. Nope, that's the wrong brush. Goes like right down there, and then it pushes out much further to the right, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Nope. Yeah. Doesn't reach as far as the other one, but it's okay for it to be a little off. I don't mind that. I'm not. No, that's okay. That's fine. I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. Oh wait, let me try to center it up. There we go. So yeah, his hair does fall a little bit more on one side. I'm gonna treat this down a bit. You really have to like push this way more, like this, just way. Which actually, now that I think about it, there's a way that we achieved that last time. Oh, I was wondering how to. No, it's not centered. There we go. Now that's like legit. right, I think that's. All right. I don't know why I waved at the camera, but hi. Coming close to 2.5 hours. I might just go flat 3 hours. That way we can at least get some of the line art in. I'm not sure how much more I need to do here. Let me just get some like general place to start. Pace to continue from. Whoa, not jeez. Coil. Oh, this is the wrong brush. There we go. Now let's see if I can pull in the rest of the sketch. Perfect. Definitely not terrifying at all. Let me erase some. Oh! Okay, gonna need a deft hand. Gentle hand. Ah, didn't notice that it was touching the other side. Oh wow, I hate when I press undo and it turns out you forgot to let go of the thing for the pen for way too long. So pressing undo undoes like way more work than you expected. Pull up the guy right here in the middle. the direct middle of the piece. And we're gonna try to beat everything back in place. Oop. Thought guide. Yeah, it's the only thing I need to do. It does kind of look snaky. I think it's the eyes. It's almost like I did that intentionally or something. Sometimes I forget that I can actually achieve some of the things that I'm trying to do. And I'm surprised by myself. I'm like, wait a second, I didn't realize I could actually do that. I thought I was just making it up. I didn't know I was actually kind of good at it. I thought I was lying to him. Because he has like a really high like arch on this one. So I want to see if I can do that. Honestly, I should have done this all in mirror mode. I think it's again, I'm doing this in like mirror mode would again like make me think like, oh, I'm cheating, you know, like I'm not drawing this all, you know, even on my own. But again, it probably would just save me so much more time if I just sucked it up and did it. Turn this back. It looks weird without eyebrows. And let's just go ahead and merge it. There we go. The hair looks wonderful. Okay, I think we are pretty much there. Let me do the collar. Does he have a necklace in the other one? I don't know. Something about him gave me wearing a necklace vibe. That's I don't actually. And this doesn't have even at all either. Close freeform. Should make a character with freeform dreads. I think that'd be fun to do. I always like try really hard to like think of like unique hairstyles to include with black characters, but for some reason I've always avoided freeform dreads, even though I think he does give like a really like creative vibe to characters, like the artiste character. I think, you know, Jean Baptiste is the reason why I have that. Hold on, is that a thing? Let me make sure I'm not saying that. I'm misnaming an artist. I mean, Jean Baptiste, I know that's like a super common name. What was his name? Basquiat, that's it. Jean-Michel Basquiat. I think that's how you say his name. Does he have freeform dreads, or am I making that up? I messed up his name. He had a couple of hairstyles, but like I think there's like one that everybody knew. Why is his name so hard to spell?
What's up?
Of course, it's a YouTube video. Basquiat. All right, I'm just gonna call him dreads. Because looking up, I'm pretty sure they're free. Because like they're literally like in a wacky shape. Like they're all over the place. But anyways, I haven't done that many characters like that. That have form dreads. I get really kooky with the shape. I think this character probably doesn't need it. I think this is more of like a charmer character, so I think he just let them into like a loose afro. He's more of somebody that feeds off of other people's creativity, so I don't think he'd be a little different than that. I think maybe that's one of the issues I have with getting the right mood for the characters, is that they're all kind of dressed like really popular people. I think very few of them are actually like grungy or like you know, like I think back then during like the Bloodlines game, the like underground scene was like full of like latex costumes and like, you know, like bondage gear. Like the Nosferatu specifically, like only wore bondage gear. Sorry, there was also Gary Golden who wore a suit, and then that one guy that had like giant boils all over his face. He wore like loungewear. Yeah, I think I could have during the design process made a lot more characters with a grungier style. I think the only person that kind of have like at least like a gothy emo style is obviously the goth Tremere, what was her name? Catalina, which is the second vampire of the series that I've done. And then the first one, he's just wearing a black t-shirt and black jeans, so no, that's not that hard. And then coming in the future, I do have an old school vampire who's wearing a suit. They have a guy dressed like he's from the 70s because he is from the 70s. He looks like he's from the 70s because he is from the 70s. Actually, I think almost everybody left is wearing at least some kind of suit. And then maybe I know one character has like a dress, but even that one's like a high class dress. Class. Okay, yeah, so it's suit, 70s styled suit, dress, nightclub suit. Yeah, every character from here on is wearing some kind of suit. Except the last one who's wearing like a suit with torn up jeans. She actually does fit the grungy vibe because she's like a new wave artist. Then the Ventru, obviously they're not gonna look grungy at all. La Sombra, he's gonna wear dark clothing, but he isn't gonna be grungy at all. Then the Salubri is gonna be in like 70s outfit because he's from the 70s. A 70s outfit, and that doesn't even make any sense. He's gonna be dressed as though he was of the 70s. And then the two after that, one of them is like an old school Dracula type vampire. So it makes complete sense why he's vampire. Old school. He's dressed in a very old school outfit. Very wealthy, old timer outfit. And then there's another one, which is my gangrel, who is the entire shtick was that he was a wolf in a suit, like he's an animal wearing a suit. And then the tie is almost like a collar on around him. So he makes sense for also being in a suit. I think maybe I should have made some of the other characters before that, and like Masa actually does fit that vibe very well because she's wearing like a suit, but she's wearing like leather gear underneath it, so she probably fits. Well, maybe I'm freaking out over nothing, because actually the only one that I think doesn't fit that vibe is Kai, because he's wearing like leggings and a gym bro shirt. And then maybe Araceli, because she's wearing like Tomb Raider gear. Yeah, okay. That's it. Yeah, if I made any further vampires, I would like really amplify that like 2000s, Matrix nightclub vibe, or Blade, all the vampires that were like wearing like dark outfits or like bondage gear for like whatever reason, just like casually. It's not supposed to make sense. It's just supposed to look cool. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Maybe just like the little pockets over here. I think these are maybe a little too fat. They're supposed to be fat, but that was like a little bit over the line. Like maybe like that. Oh yeah, and his shirt should be. All right, and then let me confer with design. Sorry, the reference sketch. We actually do put you higher. And he has two little buttons. He has a zipper. He has like little cutouts on the sleeves. They're not cutouts, but like they're like additional layer for like breaking up the design. That's where the zipper is going to be. And the zipper is going to be here too. And two buttons on both these sides. Oh, it's just one button. One row of buttons. I meant one column, I guess. We can just call them rows. Oh, whoa! I actually got some crazy stuff going on his jacket. Then there's a hood. I decided I didn't want it to be a hoodie. That's gonna be it. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to do here. It should maybe be a little bit less exaggerated. Just like that. His hands are looking a little stiff. I don't know why I said his teeth. What's looking off? Maybe his fingers should curl up a little bit. There we go. I think it looks good. I say as I immediately change my mind. I like that. How about that? That better? Yeah, it feels a lot better. Wait. Does he have any rings? He does not. No painted nails, no rings. Is this even like my character design? He does have a really long earring, so I guess that fits my tropes. Now, I was trying to do like the little cutout that I do on his arm at an angle, but it was looking really goofy. So I'm just gonna keep it straight. There's no reason why I would have needed to curve anyways. There we go. He's all cleaned up. Okay, now I think the very, very last thing is I want to make this leg a little skinnier. Okay. Let me see. I muted myself for a little while there because I wanted to make sure you guys couldn't hear me eating. I don't know how loud it is when I'm chewing. Let me see if I can just... It's really weird that I can do this. And then maybe make his head just a tiny bit smaller once again. But I think it might just be that his hair is so huge, and that's why I think his head is enormous. And that's why I keep shrinking his head. So I might not keep this chain, but we'll see. Sorry, lost my place. No, we're gonna keep that. We're gonna act like we didn't do that. Because I think if it's gonna be smaller, like it's gonna be hilariously small. We're gonna go like Hassan level small. Again, I think the only reason why I think his head is so huge is because of his gigantic hair. Yeah. Because comparing his head to like the shoulders to the waist, it's maybe a little big, but not like crazy. And I think especially compared to his height, like his head is not huge. Let me just try one last thing to like really satisfy myself, in a not weird way. Come on, like, there we go. If he was bald, his head would be about this. So the shoulders should usually be around like 3 heads wide. Then let's see how far down it goes. You'd maybe be 6 to 7 heads tall. Let me see if I can do it. Whoa. Those are leftover lines. That's not actually what his height would be. What the? Stay with me. Come on. Let me actually use this opportunity to like actually draw out his legs a bit. I'm not gonna do it like super clean. Yeah, it's a perfectly fine pose. Okay. So this is head number 7. And we're almost there. So he's about 7. I don't know. What is going on? Go away. What is... Are you guys seeing that when I do that? Quick question. Hold on. What? So almost 7.5, maybe like 7.25 heads. Just for reference. Just for fun. And let me try to draw through his leg. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of a way to do this. Let's make it into a new layer. Grab my pencil, grab the right color. and let's see if this will work. Copy this layer. Go all the way back from all the resizes. Further back. Go back to layers. Okay. Gonna lower the opacity of this. Oh, let's do this backwards. I'm gonna just erase all that is right there. Anything here? Raise the opacity, merge them together. Then we're gonna smooth these out. There we go. Now that's I should probably just go ahead and call it. I am a little disappointed that I wasn't able to get any further, but I think what happened is I didn't draw the anatomy first. I just went straight into it, assuming I could just do it really easily, assuming it was just a really easy pose, and then it ended up not being that easy. But now all the lines should be ready for for the next stream, so we can go right into inking. And we might even do some quick flats depending on how fast the inky goes. We'll see. Let me munch on this for a little bit. All right. So that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you for everybody who could be here, even if it was only for a little while, a few minutes, or even if you're just watching the archive stream that I will be posting to my YouTube channel. I just appreciate anybody taking the time out of their day to watch me. It's fun, and you know, talking, listening to me ramble on about random stuff, and then muttering to myself, and then moaning. Anyways, please check out my Instagram. That should be linked below. That's usually where I post my art as soon as it's finished. Like I mentioned at the start of the stream, I just posted something earlier today, so give that a check. Look, go ahead and hit it with a like. I'd appreciate it. It assuages my ego. So yeah, check out my Instagram. That's where I usually post stuff. I post some stuff about me, but 99% of it is like art. I think I made like 2 pictures of myself. Go ahead and check out my DeviantArt if you want to see some of my older work and some of my work that I don't really feel like needs to be posted on Instagram. Some of it's very silly, and yeah. If you've seen DeviantArt, you know what goes on DeviantArt. Make sure to check out my YouTube channels. That's where I post my archives of these streams, and then I also make a highlights/time-lapse channel. So there's one for the archive streams, and then there's a different channel for the time lapses. So that's going to be the entire stream cramped down into like 5-minute chunks. So you can watch the entire stream, catch up in only a few minutes if you don't have the time to watch the entire stream. You just want to see what progress I made, what creative decisions I might have made. Make sure to check out my donation link down below. I'd really appreciate any kind of donation. It just gives me a little bit more incentivization to keep working on these streams, keep improving them, all that stuff. And then also check out the commission sheet. I am available for work. You can check my Instagram to see whether or not I'm open for commissions or not. I probably will start mentioning it once I get more orders coming through. But yeah, check out the sheet down below. I can draw your D&D characters, your Vampire the Masquerade characters. I'm constantly improving at this whole digital art thing. If you want, maybe I'll even do it for a stream. We'll see. We'll just see how all that progresses once I get there. But yeah, check that out below. I'd love to like work on your characters and talk with you about how to draw them and what's the best way to represent them and all that. Like I love character design. Character design is super fun for me. Yeah, that should be pretty much it. Make sure to catch out my next stream. I'm always here Tuesdays at 6:30, unless I'm running a little late, maybe around 7ish. Usually I'm there for 6:30 though. You just have to get through me fiddling with all the technical stuff in the background. Okay, that should be it. Once again, thank you, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.